Alright, first ban. I feel like we're gonna have both waters banned, like immediately. Oh, it's banning the pit? That's surprising because he plays Roos. And Roos love the pit. So I feel like that's kind of a mistake. He's just kind of banning one of his best maps.
Yeah, that is interesting. It's going to be.
We are going to have Mongolian Heights banned, Nagari banned as well. Only Thickets remains, but I feel like it's not long for this world. Yep. No surprises there.
It might happen one day.
It's gonna be a while, I think, until I get my dream fulfilled of seeing a tournament game played on Thickets. But here we are once again in reality, being denied the Thickets. All right, so let's see what we've got for map number 1 here. It's gonna be Gorge.
Ooh, very nice.
Server favorite here. We all love Gorge. Arabia is going to be map number 2 with Lipany as the tiebreaker. As for civs for Gorge, I'm not sure if we're going to see Roos here. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw Japanese or Jushi coming out from Trifolium. Not sure what else Bilbo would play here. Maybe Abyssids? Potentially. It's gonna be a Shushi mirror.
Oh wow.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't say I expected a Shushi mirror game 1. But here we are. Next we got Dry Arabia. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw some more aggressive options coming out for this one. A little harder to defend. Yep, and it is going to be Rus and Japanese. Now for Bilbo here, wouldn't be surprised if we saw Abyssids. Lipany is Abyssid City. Berry enjoyers rise up.
I would have thought Bilbo would have picked Abyssid first. That seems to be his go-to civ lately.
You know, I'm fine with him not going that on Gorge, though, because Gorge is super, super open, and you're very, very vulnerable to attacks on multiple sides. And it's going to be a French mirror. Well, I did say I wouldn't be surprised if I saw aggression, and that's pretty aggressive. That's pretty aggressive. So 2 mirrors, potentially, kicking it off with 1 mirror, and the tiebreaker will be a mirror as well.
That's going to be interesting to see how the guys switch it up with the different strategies.
Don't worry, Bilbo's not aggressive even with French. No, I think we'll have to see some aggression, right? I mean, you can't just not be aggressive with French, right? I mean,
he might do 3 town center. You never know.
Have fun.
Now, I'm sure Bilbo's gonna bring the fight early on.
Are you ready to battle?
Okay, let the guys know that they are all set. Lobby is set. And we are just a few minutes away from map number 1. Bilbo vs. Trifolium, Gorge, Jushi, Legacy, Mirror. Now, normally, this is the part where we say who is favored here in terms of civs. With mirrors, you can't do that. So we're just gonna roll with it. I think one of the key differences here with Jushi is going to be the spawn. I think just with Meditation Gardens, it really
who gets
makes
the favourable spot. That could play a big difference.
It really makes a difference early on. Let me just get the title.
Yeah, it's going to be good to see how they play the Civ differently. Let's hope they don't both end up throwing the same units at each other, because that's not going to work.
Okay, but the question I have to ask: do we see feudal imperial or not imperial palace guards?
I think we're going to see a few.
I really want it. I'm trying to manifest it because I want it. I want it so bad. Like that's one of, at least in my mind, that's one of the reasons that you would pick Jushi over vanilla China, is because you want those earlier units available to you. At least for me anyway, just because I'm a man-at-arms enjoyer. But I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority on that. I love it though, personally.
We're moments away from starting now. We're just loading in.
All right. We are loading in. "20 seconds of observer delay currently in effect. And we will have game number 1 rocking and rolling."
Hoorah!
Yeah, exactly. All right, so one thing that should be noted, both of these guys do play a lot of Jushi's Legacy. These are not exactly pocket picks for them. They're both very, very comfortable with this civilization. So it will be one for the ages, I think. No pun intended. Or maybe pun slightly intended. But on the north side, we are going to have Trifolium spawning in Jushi's Legacy in the color pink, and on the bottom side, in the color teal, also playing Jushi's Legacy, we've got our boy Bilbo Swaggins, both going with the early mill opening with the sheep, classic China. Let's see how we're doing in terms of scout here. Only one sheep so far for Bilbo.
How's the map spawn looking? Are there any favourable spots for either one of the guys?
For Meditation Gardens,
that's going to affect the game. If one or the other gets a better spot for their Mediterranean Gardens.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would prefer Trifoliums, personally. I think if you go back here, stone, berries, you get a little bit more of the wood line here. Although, if you want more wood, you could go like back here.
I mean, you're thinking
Bilbo,
about keeping it quite close to home. You could be quite bold and get it out on the map, stick it in the corner somewhere, perhaps.
You definitely have that option, but even in that situation, I think I still favor Trifolium. If he goes on the north side, he could get a similar sort of deal with the berries and the stone. Or if he goes all the way up in the north, that's a lot of trees up there and a big gold vein. So
inside as well, he's got some gold and stone as well, so that could be a good spot.
He's got really good spots.
That's if he wants to risk it.
Yeah, which I don't think you need to, but you definitely could. But personally, I don't know. I like to play more conservatively in 1v1s with the Meditation Gardens. But
Trifolium returning with 9 sheep at the moment. Bilbo has already just done a drop-off with 5. So at the moment, the sheep advantage goes to Trifolium.
Yeah, early on, really liking Trifolium's position here in comparison. In addition to the sheep and that Meditation Garden spawn, I think he just seems to have a little bit of a cleaner build. Not really floating quite as much. And he is going to get that Meditation Gardens down. Not sure if he'll get the stone. No, I don't think he will. Kind of forward, too.
Oh, it's a shame. He couldn't have moved it over just slightly. He might have been able to squeeze the stone in.
Yeah, I think he may have been able to do that, but looks like he's He's elected to go here.
So placing it on the west side of his base, on the tree line and the gold.
That's going to get a lot of trees.
Man needs some wood.
Like, a lot of trees. And that's actually going to be really good going into early castle or late feudal if he wants to start going for early farms, like a granary transition with Song Dynasty. That extra wood he's going to get early with that meditation gardens could really become a factor if that's how he wants to play it. Which, if I know him, he is going to want to do that. He's a very eco-focused player.
What the guys need to do as well, they really need to focus on their tax collection. You know, they can't let the tax build up too much. But it's important these guys remember to collect it often and take advantage of the Imperial Officer's abilities there.
Yeah, for Trifolium, we just get 40 on the mill here. And look at that, like clockwork. IO picks it up. Other side also have about 40. One IO for Bilbo. A second one just comes out for Trifolium. He's going to be supervising that mill and the lumber camp. Let's check the meditation gardens for each side.
The village is popping up from Bilbo.
25, 8, 36 thus far. Early archery range going up as well for Trifolium. Could see some Canoe coming out here. Nothing yet. But that's no production for Bilbo, so it's looking a little quiet over there. Though he does scout out that archery range, so he should see that something's coming. Question is, what is he going to do to respond?
Yeah, it's hard to see what he's heading towards at the moment. No production buildings yet. Oh, here we go. We have the first archery range popping down from Bilbo.
Yeah, he might be trying to respond in kind with those Shukanu. We already have 3, and the number is rising. 6 total in queue and produced versus the 0 for Bilbo, but he is going for that second archery range.
Oh, that's gonna... I don't know, that might cost him. He needs to start producing out of the one he's got, really, before he starts the buildings up.
Yeah, I agree. I was going to say, I feel like you're sort of missing an opportunity to use that Imperial Official to save that 150 wood.
Yeah, he needs to get the Imperial Officials supervising the archery ranges and pump those units out now.
Blacksmith coming down for Trifolium, probably looking for that +1.
We mentioned about the taxes earlier as well. They're not being collected from Bilbo. He needs to get his Imperial Officers collecting or supervising the military buildings.
Pushing 60 in that lumber camp.
So the score's very even at the moment. We're at 639, 668. A bit of action at the south here now.
Shukanu not quite getting the kill, but taking the 2 villagers actually super low. Going to be denying that mill as well. That's 36 gold.
That village just dropped
in that mill.
Also cheap as well.
He can't really go for it now. Alright, looks like Trifolium's just going to back up a little bit here, give him a little bit of space. Now, this is actually really good in a mirror, because now he's got the cheap force under the TC, and that TC is not going to generate tax the way this mill would. He's also not going to get the bonus food from the supervision, so this is going to hurt if he keeps it like this for a little while. It's going to be something he's going to feel if he doesn't.
He has moved his Imperial Officers over to the archery range now.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
A little bit quicker.
And instead, we're actually going to see siege engineering for Trifolium instead of the +1s.
Oh, wow. Trifolium, he wants to finish it early then.
Yeah, that's a mistake, but that's the only reason I think he's doing that is because he doesn't have the vision. He doesn't see this mass that's building up over here.
Yeah, he doesn't quite know what he's heading into.
Yeah, 13
He's doing a
Shukanu.
really good job of massing up units now.
Yeah, Trifolium can't do this. He needs to get that scout over here. But he's
Although
just...
he does need to start thinking about his food balance. He's got a bit too much wood, not enough food coming in to sustain what he wants to do.
Well, that's the thing about denying the mill he had over here. That's on the berries. That's where the sheep
deer
were.
now on the left side of his base.
Yeah, I mean, deer are more effective, but they're a little slower at first. Because they have to carry a little more food in order for them to finish up. So you'll get much more out of them.
Oh, it's nice when they drop off.
Right, yeah. Especially with
the food now.
Especially with the percentage bonus with the Imperial Official. Oh, dude, these Shukanu are going to eat this thing alive. This battering ram is as good as dead.
Yeah, and that's a lot of wood wasted. So what text do we have from the blacksmith?
We've got +1 ranged armor for Bilbo, and you can see the difference here. Like, it's not even close.
Yeah.
That's the difference that +1 makes, and Trifolium just now finishes that +1, the balanced projectiles. Sorry, steeled arrow, actually.
So that early aggression now, it's going to cost him. That's a big loss.
Yeah, that's a pretty big loss this early in the game, and that's one of the dangers of playing mirrors.
Prepared already. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Good efforts, but unfortunate. Looks like Trifolium is gathering some units on the right-hand side.
Yeah, look, you see they passed one another like ships in the night.
Bilbo's heading into the...
Oh.
No, he's turned around now.
Bilbo saw him. He saw him.
Although Trifolium's now building a ram at the south of Bilbo's base, hoping that Bilbo...
He's just throwing units away at this point. Bilbo does lose a scout, though.
Bilbo started to collect stone with 7 villagers on stone. Is he looking to get a second TC?
Yeah, he's got a lot of extra wood.
Archery range into the mix and another village.
A lot of extra wood. He could definitely invest that into a TC if he wants to. But we are going to see a castle age.
He's aging up with the Mount Blue Academy.
I don't like that.
Bilbo reached his base. Now this is going to be ugly.
Yeah, I don't like that decision.
Now will he try to complete the building, or will he cancel it? And at the same time, Trifolium is attacking Bilbo's base with a ram and 7 of his own Juggernaut. He's took out a couple of Imperial officers.
Yeah, 2 IOs down. That's valuable for Shushi's legacy, but I don't agree with that castle age. You need to cancel that.
6 units sniping away his gold. Bilbo hasn't spotted it.
Yo, Bilbo, wake up! Bilbo!
Oh, now he has, but he's only got 1 villager left. Oh, no. And he's still pumping out villagers, walking to their death. Oh, that is unlucky. He was too busy on the attack.
Huge value out of 7 Shukanu, by the way, and 1 battering ram.
But he's attacking a village. You need to be attacking villagers, Bilbo. What are you doing?
Okay, I think I'm starting to see.
Oh wow, I don't know if he's panicking, but he's pulling villagers to kill that ram. But he's putting them into harm's way.
I'm starting to see Trifolium's game plan here. I think he wants nest of bees. I think that's why he went castle.
He wants some nest of bees.
God, how many vills is he?
Bilbo, stop attacking the village. Go find some villagers to shoot.
Oh my god, 17 worker kills for Trifolium now. With 7 Shukanu and a battering ram.
That's the...
that's unreal.
Well, the village goes down. Bilbo's got his village down. Alright, you gotta move on to the archery range now, Bilbo. Focus, son. Come on,
no,
you can do this.
No, Trifolium's about to build a keep. Keep is going up right now. I'm calling it. He's on stone like that, he's gotta be building a keep. No way he's not.
So Bilbo's backed out at the moment. We've got some very interesting wall placements from Bilbo. At the bottom of his base. I'm not quite sure what that's doing.
Yeah.
But Bilbo is now taking down an archery range in Trifolium's base, but that keep is coming up. from
that
Trifolium.
that keep is going to completely deny any additional pressure from this point forward.
Right, another ram being built from Bilbo.
No wheelbarrow from Trifolium either.
And if you have a look at the eco buildings, look at the amount of tax that is stacked up in these buildings. They need to be collected. That is why you're playing Jugunu. You know, that's why you're playing Juicy. Sorry. Collect your tax.
Now,
Look at the gold.
one thing we should keep in mind here, speaking of gold, the gold difference in terms of income is pretty slanted against Trifolium at this point.
Got 43 a minute gold coming in. If he would just collect some of his taxes, that would help. I know he's under pressure, so we can't be too critical.
He's getting some now, actually. He's got an IO doing that. See, look, you can see his gold just shot up out of nowhere. He's getting a Lancer, 5 Horsemen out of these
The
two
Meditation
stables.
Garden. I'm pretty sure I called it the Mediterranean Gardens earlier. The Meditation Gardens is going down. I don't think we're going to stop that. Bilbo's on a roll here. He's popping up another ram. There's going to be 4
I want to go to the
rams.
Mediterranean Gardens. That sounds fun.
Hell yeah. And it's about to drop.
Siege Workshop going up as well.
Siege Workshop moving out onto the deer. Bilbo just streaming in men now. He's just streaming in men, and he's got a handful left over in his base for protection. Pumping
Yeah.
out from his building. I don't think he's replaced the Imperial officers though, although he's doing that now with the second one coming out.
A nest of bees would make such a difference here, though. And I think that's
So
why
Bilbo
he got
only
this.
in the feudal age compared to the castle age from Trifolium. And that Mount Lu Academy is going to go down as well.
Dude, we need a nest of bees yesterday. He's got the resources, just get the nest of bees.
This castle's going to drop as well. I don't think it's going to withstand 4 rams with the 5th one coming in.
I think Trifolium has everything he needs to do this.
Villagers now to burn the rams. Is that going to be a mistake? Will Bilbo spot it? Will he be able to stop it with his 32 Jugunu that he has there?
Oh, don't lose the villagers.
And he does.
Oh, that's gonna hurt though. He's gonna lose quite a few
Six arrows
Shukanu.
on the castle.
Oh, we really need a nest of
Castle's on
bees.
fire. He's got to destroy those rams. He's got to pull those villagers out and repair that castle.
Not going to though. It's gonna go down.
Too late. The castle has crumbled. We've got 5 horsemen and a lancer desperately trying.
We're finally gonna see a nest of bees, but it might be too little,
many
too
Jugunu.
late here.
Idle
Yeah.
villagers from Trifolium. We've got the last. Is that the last lamb out? It is, and it's a tap out. Wow. So the super aggression from Trifolium cost him that match.
Yeah,
+1. That +1 upgrade from the armor from the blacksmith.
I really think that he had an opportunity to win that game if he just made a couple of decisions a little differently. He could have won that game, but I think Bilbo made the right decision, staying in feudal, massing up, and pushing when he did, and punishing that lack of follow-up. So I think that was a really smart play on his end. I think both players, to be honest, had an opportunity to win that game, and just ended up being just
And
one decision.
47 kills to 45. Very even.
Yeah, like I
Very
said,
even.
very, very even. I really think either one of them could have won that, for sure.
And interesting to note, Bilbo was on less villagers as well at the end of that, but he managed to get the win. Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, those 7 Shukanu and that 1 battering ram did a lot of damage, like way more than they probably should have. And in
was
terms
really
of
cool.
eco damage, Bilbo didn't really do that much, but it didn't matter because he took landmarks, which is more important.
Yeah, just chip away at the base, building by building. All of a sudden, you have no base left.
Okay, so now we'll have our first and only non-mirror game of this set.
If
Roos
it goes that far.
Japanese on Dry Arabia.
Now, will we see Trifolium build extra scouts to try and deny the deer and the wolves?
Alright, let's get these boys in here.
And it's important that you try and deny as many wolves and deer as you can, you know, because not only is it bounty, which makes their villagers, you know, work faster, harder.
Are you
It's
ready
free gold.
to battle?
You know, if you can deny that, it really does hurt the roost.
Good luck. Have fun.
All right.
Well, Bilbo's excited. You can just hear it. Got the second one being built from the hunting cabin as we speak. I think he'll only run 2 on this map. Doing a great job catching the sheep so far. Really aggressive.
All right.
And with Trifolium going left on the map, only picking up 1 sheep. Now, will he know and remember to go for the deer? At the moment, no. He's walking straight past the pack.
Yeah, and I was just looking into the statistics. Apparently, Japanese have a 57% win rate into Roos.
Yes, I think Bilbo, if he's
That's
going to
pretty
win,
good.
he needs to be aggressive and get on it like last time. If he's got a chance.
That is pretty good. But let's introduce them real quick. On the north side, we do have Bilbo on his signature Roos in the color teal. And then on the south side, we do have Trifolium in the Japanese, which I've heard he's been playing recently. More of a pocket pick. But very good civilization in the right hands. Apparently into the Roos also. Very good.
And keep coming in back with Bilbo. He needs to get his second scout running again. He needs to keep on top of that.
He does have quite the haul here.
He has enough gold already to age up. So any second now, we should be seeing an age up.
Oh.
And Trifolium is denying the deer pack.
Yep, he's working on it.
We'll see.
Accidentally leashes a couple of them, though. It's like he's going to leave the rest of those. Does deny a couple. Nothing huge, but does get a couple.
Still no age up from Bilbo, and he's got the resources to do it. And here we go. He's putting it at the front, the Kremlin at the front. And Trifolium. Let's see how far away he is from it. He can't be far now. He just needs to drop off a little bit of food, and he'll be able to age up.
Still a little ways to go. I think the macro is a little off with the gold. Probably don't need 4 on gold this early. So because
This map seems rather big, Dusty. Is this a regular size map?
should be micro.
It looks huge.
I mean, it seems pretty normal for 2v2 Dry Arabia to me. I think the minimap makes it look bigger than it is, because like I panned across it, it is not that far.
Yeah, I think I've got my mini map on extra large.
Yeah, the minimap.
To me.
Yeah, the minimap. I just because I was like, oh, maybe. I looked at the minimap and you know you might be right, but then I look panning across the map, like the distance here is.
Have you seen Bilbo's bounty? This is really bad.
What's the bounty at?
160.
Really?
What is going on?
It should be a lot higher than that, I figured.
Now up to 185.
Yeah, just got that wolf. Though if he heads south,
He hasn't even got his early wheelbarrow, which you normally do with Roos.
well, he doesn't have the gold. He's at 137.
What is going on?
He hasn't scouted the southwest side. He's got the scout in the west going to the south. If he keeps going down there, he could see these two
There is
other.
another. Yeah, there is another deer pack available for
There's
him.
2 on the way.
Yeah. So
Picking up.
age up in time. 4 minutes and 30 from Bilbo. He has found another wolf. He's so close to finding that deer pack, but
he sees
turns
it.
back around. Oh,
No,
has
he
spotted
sees it. He sees
He's
it.
spotted it. That's what he needs. He's got to get that extra
There you
gold.
go. Now he's going.
Because only at the 200 mark or 250 mark does he get into tier 2, which he needs to do. And he is going to get that now. He's found another wolf as well.
And on the other side, we do have the Kura storehouse, which not really a surprise. It's a land map.
Interesting placement from it.
Yeah, that's
Front of his town centre.
yeah. I don't know about that. I feel like that's going to be really
Both
dangerous.
farms are going to be out in the open.
Yeah, really dangerous.
And Bilbo's coming for a look. Has he spotted it? No, not yet. But he's coming in for a look.
He
has
seen
spotted
yet.
it.
Now he has. Yep. Another wolf as well. Where are we at on the bounty now? Should be getting high up. At least 200, I would think, now.
So bounty is currently at 330.
That's much better.
That's much better. He needs to get to 500 to get into the tier 3, which he'll probably do with his landmark.
With this scout here that he's got on the south side, he might be able to see that next deer hunt. I think that's the last one, actually.
And he's picking up sheep. He does need to pop a house down. And we have an archery range coming from Bilbo.
Oh, this Trifolium denied this deer already. Archery
and
range and
Trifolium.
stable. Oh, Trifolium!
He's going to lose a scout.
Oh, that's 3 sheep. Oh! Oh!
And right next to a wolf as well. So when Bilbo goes to collect those sheep, he's going to see the wolf. He's desperately trying to walk the sheep away.
And there they go.
He should try and build a house and garrison the villagers to the house. And he's lost them. Bilbo's picked them up.
Yep.
And he's found the wolf as well. Unlucky. Bilbo needs to pay attention to his housing situation. And that's just been popped up. That's it. Good lad, Bilbo.
Yeah, he is going to get that last wolf, too, you were just talking about.
And he's bringing in 9 sheep now with the 2 scouts. So that's going to see him through for a lot of food for a long time.
Onabu Geisha, though, coming out for Trifolium. I don't know where he's going to try to go with these. Maybe the stone, but...
So we've got 2 early knights in production and a couple of archers coming out from Bilbo. And Trifolium is, as you say, pumping out a few Onabugushas.
Onabu Bugattis.
How they fare up against early Roost Knights?
Terribly.
Yeah, we're going to find out in a moment.
Onabu Geisha into Knight Archer is not what you want.
Bilbo's got a couple of archers, a couple of early knights, and the Onabugushas are retreating. He's not going to get any value from them, unfortunately. We'll need to rethink.
Those girls are speedy, though, by the way. They are really fast.
The Trifolium has switched up to the hardened spearman.
I'm afraid with those
he needs to get
archers.
this upgrade from the blacksmith. I don't know how you pronounce it. Tatara.
Tatara,
Melee
yeah.
damage of all non-siege units by +1. That's something you can do now.
It's got to get the under armor.
Gotta get that under armor. Hell yeah.
And this is exactly why, because those archers are just going to tear those spearmen apart.
The Bilbo's got to keep that early knight alive now. He's got to send it home. Once again, Bilbo's focusing on the actual military building instead of going hunting for villagers. Come on, Bilbo, focus, boy. That's it, go hunting.
We do see a samurai getting made now.
And we have a second town centre from Bilbo being popped up in the north. Although he's made a big mistake at the moment with it, he has his waypoint from his second town centre is going to go all the way back to his other wood line. I hope he fixes that.
Yeah, he definitely just selected both TCs with a hotkey.
He has housed himself as well at this point. He needs to keep an eye on that. And again, he's just burning down this barracks instead of looking for villagers. He should have gone to that wood line. If he'd gone to that wood line, he could have had 14 villagers having to move, having to idle. But instead, he just burned down the barracks.
Yeah, he's got no vision back here. He can't even see where the that wood line would be exposed from. I feel like the writing is kind of on the wall here, though. Just if we're looking at the eco breakdown between the two of them, like if Trifolium's trying to rush castle, I don't think that's the move here.
No, I don't think that's gonna.
You're probably just gonna die if you do that. You definitely need units, but
I think he's got so many people on wood now. I think actually he's realizing that he needs to get some military buildings out. He needs to get some units. Otherwise, he's going to be GG. Bilbo has got ram tech already completed, so we're going to see some rams getting put up.
Yep, right as you say that.
Bilbo just chipping away at the base, bit by bit by bit. Trifolium having to replace those barracks.
Oh,
and he is still going up the castle
gate.
Wow. What is he thinking?
That's bold.
He's not going to have enough gold to produce castle age units to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, I think this game is out of his control at this point.
How upgraded is his town centre at the moment?
Daimyo Manor, I think. Yeah, Daimyo Manor.
One upgrade on it, I think. Yeah, that's not as strong and as powerful as it could be. And Bilbo now is just going to chip away at these buildings bit by bit. Pulling in villagers to try and scare away the rams, that's not going to work. Bilbo is not producing out of his second town centre though. We've got 2 TCs from Bilbo. He is now producing from the second one, so he's got to keep on top of that, make it worthwhile. A great job so far from Bilbo.
And he's going to finish that floating gate. He's going to go with it.
He did it. Where's he going to put his little priestly van? Where's he going to put it?
First Yodashiro is out, going to the barracks. Alright, it's in the barracks. If he survives this, I am going to be absolutely amazed.
So we have...
I don't think he will, though.
He's just not producing out of his barracks.
It's not really producing much, anything right now.
He's got his barracks up, but it's just not producing anything. A couple of villagers being produced, no military being produced. Bilbo just needs to be a bit more aggressive now. Just needs to dive that base.
Yeah, I mean, he's causing a lot of idle time here.
Yeah, I think what Bilbo's going to do here now is just chip away at all the farms.
Hit the farms.
He's going to knock away the storehouse, knock away that forge.
I love watching battering rams attack farms because that makes so much sense.
It takes like one shot.
It's just like a little wheat field, and you just have a ram hitting it as if that's even possible. It's like...
digging the wheels up, spinning the mud up.
Now, where I come from, we call that mudding. That's all they're doing, man. They're just mudding.
Alright, Bilbo needs to keep his units closer to those rams. He's got to keep these rams alive. But he's got 8 knights now at the back, looking to cause more damage, but there's not many units he's going to find there. Though.
He's fine, honestly. Like, if you look at the resources, he's floating so much wood. You could throw these rams away and it wouldn't matter. Not that you want to, but it wouldn't be like a make or break.
Really, to be honest, on this one. There's no villager production, no military production. Got a lot of idols.
These are feudal samurai, by the way. I say these, it's one.
2 games in a row that Trifolium has gone castle, and Bilbo stuck in feudal and just put the pressure on early, and it's paid off for him.
Yeah, he's got another Yodashiro over there as well, but it's probably about to go down to the archers. Yeah, it's getting focused now. And that Shinto Priest goes down. Yeah, and we see a tap out here.
And Bilbo has won. He advances to the next round. Fantastic play from Bilbo. Early aggression, both games. Proves to be the winning factor.
Yeah, pretty convincing 2-0 there from Bilbo. I think it was 2 of the same mistake in both games for Trifolium, which, you know, it can feel kind of bad in the moment, but the good thing going forward is that it's an easy fix, right? You can see the mistake and you can fix it and it'll make a big difference. So looking forward to seeing what he does in the next tournament. But as for this tournament, we do have our winner. Bilbo will be proceeding to the next round.
And who will Bilbo be facing in the next round? Do we know yet?
Let's check the bracket. Good question.
Is it Mr. Silver?
I think it's Silver, but let me see.
Oh. Now that will be a good match because
Yep.
Wow, that is going to be a hell of a match.
The great Silver Bullet.
Three matches. Could it go the distance?
The great.
These boys know each other very well.
Silver Bullet.
I'm sure Mrs. Bullet will be watching, cheering on Mrs. Bullet in the
Mrs.
background.
Bullet is going to be there. You better believe she's going to be there.
Hoorah!
But our next match in round 1, our final match in round 1 actually, is you versus Brad.
Me? Little old me.
That's right, you versus Brad. So that should be the next one.
Brad, also known as Slaphead, the man of many civs. I have no idea what civ he's going to pick. He literally plays so many different civs.
Probably Byzantines.
Yeah, I know he plays them a little bit. He plays Rus a little bit as well. But we'll see. We'll see.
All right, well, great set. GG's, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.
Alrighty.